Hi, I'm Nelson, and welcome to South Paths. Today, I want to cover with you guys something that you're all interested in as much as I am, I'm sure of that. And that is girls. Do you remember when they were girls? Anyway, now they're as old as we are, and you can't call them girls anymore. Now you ought to call them women, which has a bad connotation. You know, I remember a time, I was a little boy. You probably can remember this with me. Let me run you through this. Tell me in the comments if you agree. When you were 2 years old, all the girls thought you were cute. Oh, he's so cute. Look at him. Look at all that baby fat. And they would pinch your cheek and all of this. And later on, when you were 5 years old, they would go, oh, he's so cute. And look at all of that baby fat. And they would pinch your cheek. And then when you were 8 years old, 10 years old, oh, look at all of that baby fat. And they would, it was getting irritating then. You know, the ant was getting irritating. But a funny thing happened on the way to the store, if you know what I mean. One day, you got a visit from the hormone fairy. And the moment the hormone fairy showed up, you started thinking that girls were as cute as girls thought you were. And when you started thinking the girls are cute too, well, you got ugly real fast. It's funny the way it happens. The women think you're hilariously cute. They love watching you run around on the floor and bump into things and all of that, and they think it's cute, and they just adore you, and you can't do any wrong, and you're just beautiful. Oh, you're so precious. And then the hormone fairy comes along, and then you are a danger to mankind and women. Anyway, yeah, you become a, what do they call it? A necessary evil or something. Anyway, anyhow, okay. Oh, anyhow, this episode, I want to cover doing something or talking about something that involves all of you guys that are thinking about coming to the Philippines. And of course, the one common thing we all have in common is that we would all like to have somebody here to get to know and eventually marry maybe, and certainly get old with, and make that our last romantic wander through life. One more time, one more swing at the ball, one more crack at it, and hopefully this time it goes well. Because, you know, most of us have been divorced once if we're talking about my demographic, and my demographic are men over 45. And men over 45 have probably been divorced once or twice. Hopefully only once, guys. Hopefully only once. Hopefully not at all. Hopefully, ideally, you found the right girl. But stats don't lie. Most of us are not that lucky. So anyway, you want to find a girl here in the Philippines, and there's two camps on that theory. One says you should find someone online, and you should make them exclusive before you even come here, so that you have somebody who will meet you and guide you through the intricacies of adapting to life in the Philippines, moving to the Philippines, setting yourself up in the Philippines with all the things that you need in retirement, like a bank account, an automobile, licensing for your car, so you have a driver's license, and all these myriad topics, healthcare, all of that. So you have somebody here who already knows the lay of the land, and also happens to be a great cook, and she's pretty cute, and she really thinks that you're adorable. So what's not to like? The other group says no, never meet them on, no, don't do that. Don't come here, play the field, stay single for a couple of years and get your feet on the ground and figure things out, and then start thinking about getting seriously involved with a Filipina at that point. Well, as a lot of things in life go, there is no wrong way. There's only the right way for Daryl and the wrong way for Daryl. If you know what I mean. Depending on the kind of a person you are, your value system, your timeline, your financial situation, your health situation, and 1,000 other things that only you know about. You have to take all of that information or all those variables and determine whether or not having a long-term relationship to start with is a better idea than coming here and meeting them here, some lady who happens to be single and a friend knows her and she introduces you and all of that. I took the camp where I found somebody before I came over, because it was my intention to find somebody and settle down. I don't like the dating scene. I didn't like it in Canada. I don't care for it as a process. I don't enjoy it. It's expensive. It's time consuming. There's no idea what's happening next. And I don't really like those kind of mysteries, things that can go against you very fast. So I decided to meet Aslie online, and I put my little blurb in the app that I was using, and there are a few of them. There's two major ones. Filipina Cupid is one, and the other one is AsianDating.com. Those are the only two I can recommend. AsianDating.com has more scammers, I'm told. Cupid has more stringent filters to keep the scammers out off their app, so to speak. AsianDating.com is the one I used, and it turned out well. I can tell you this: I put up a few photos. I put up a brief description of who I was and what I was looking for. Not a lot of histrionics, just what I was looking for going forward. Try to give the girls some kind of an idea of my value system, who I am, what I want from life, what I want from a significant other in my life, and these things. And I received, hand on the Bible, guys, and this will happen to you too, probably. I received like 20 replies a day, almost a new one every hour. Ding, 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 ding. I'd go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and there'd be 8 of them, 8 messages from girls saying, "Hi, I'm Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm, come see me." And some were in the Philippines, some were in Malaysia, some were in China, some were in Thailand. Anyway, I whittled it down to 3 girls. Aslie was one of them. And out of the 3 girls, I discovered one of them worked in a massage parlor. And what was her likes? Money and gold. Okay, well, she was out. And there were 2 others. The other 2, one of them turned out to be a bit of a control freak, and basically told me that her brother was a police officer, and if I did anything wrong, he'd make sure I went to prison and all of this. And she was basically threatening me before I even got on the plane, And okay, so she's gone, and then Aslie was spot on the money. You know how you can sniff bullshit? When you get to be 60 years of age, you can smell crap 10 miles away. You can sniff it. You've been down the roads. You know every game. You know when something is not flat and true and level and right, that there's something wrong. So I decided to converse with her, eventually becoming exclusive. I suspended my membership at the dating site online, and we made arrangements for me to come and to meet her. And yes, she met me at the airport. That's as much as I'm going to tell you, because you don't need any more. Anyway, She met me at the airport. We spent 3 weeks together, and then I went home, and it was wonderful. It was very nice. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to spend 6 months here and see how it goes. It's looking pretty positive to me. The whole scenario I liked, not just Aslie, but moving to the Philippines, living in the tropics instead of living under a snowbank for 6 months of the year in Canada, not having to work for 6 months a year was a nice idea. All of these things kind of tied together, a very nice scenario in my head. But I am an old guy. I'm 62 years old now. I was 59 then. And even then, I knew that I had to keep my senses about me on this and see how it worked out. Well, it worked out really good. Aslie is a fantastic chef, as I've shared before. Here are a few of her creations. She's like a lady from the 1950s. She takes care of the man takes care of her. She's happy with the arrangement, and I'm happy with the arrangement, and you, I'm sure, will be happy with that arrangement, and it's all good. I'm not going to touch base on all of the other things regarding family and all of the myriad other details on this video. I'm just going to say that, it worked out well for me. It could work out well for you. There's no reason why it can't, but there's plenty of reasons why it won't if you get married in the West again. You remember that bear trap that came to see you the first time she decided to leave, that lawyer? How much did that cost? How painful was that? And I mean painful. Financially, emotionally, probably even physically. Some guys have heart attacks. So, it's been good. It'll always be good. Don't ever get married in the States again. Just don't. Just don't go there. Don't do that. If you're going to stay in the States and retire, then stay in the States and retire. Learn how to throw horseshoes and make flies on your table to go fishing with. Just stay away from the girls. Anyway, I think that's about it for me now. Anyhow, I can tell you it can work for you. It can be really good for you. It's been really good for me. Aslie is a wonderful woman. Her family has not been ripping and crying and stripping and trying to get money out of me all the time. It just doesn't happen. If they have a situation, they may come to me, but this happens like once or twice in a year, and we're talking about $50 it cost me, something like that. Just, tiny things. So anyway, that's about all I got to share on that subject for today. Just be aware that, you don't have to be alone. You don't have to live in an apartment and eat dog food or sleep in a van because you can't afford rent and food. If you've got your retirement pension coming in, you can live here for you could live here for $1,000 US a month, but you better stay single if you're going to do that, But if you have $1,500 or more US a month, you can live here easily. And the benefit is you don't have to live in Manila where all the smoke and pollution is. You can live out in the countryside, a small town, or outside of a small town in a nice little house or a nice little apartment like I got with Aslie. Easy. 1,500, 2 people, no problem. None. So yeah, consider your options. Think about it. Jump, flee, run, fly. Get here. Check it out. Talk to a Filipina. You'll be glad you did. That's it for me. I'm Nelson. This is South Paths. See ya.